Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today my group members, which are Nuraisya Aalea, Nurdini, Normisha Amira, and me, Nuramira Marsufah, will give an explanation about verification and validation for subject principles and application. First of all, we will tell you about the definition for verification and validation.
So, firstly, I'm going to tell you guys what is the definition of the model verification. So, model verification here refers to the process of determining that a model implementation and its associated data accurately represent the developer's conceptual description and specification. So, verification is an iterative process aimed at determining whether the product of each step in the development of the simulation model fulfill all the requirements levied on it by the previous step and is internally complete, consistent, correct enough to support the next phase.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuraisya Binti Rosidi. Next, I will explain about model validation. Okay, model validation is the process of evaluating software during or at the end of the development process to determine whether it satisfies specified requirement. So, validation is the process of evaluate final product to check whether the software meets the customer expectation and requirement. So, it is a dynamic mechanism of validating and testing the actual product. So, methods of validation is testing and end users. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next is differences between the verification and validations. Number 1, verification is a static practice of verifying the documents, design, code and program, while validation is a dynamic mechanism of validating and testing the actual product. Number 2, verification not involve executing the code, but validation it always involves executing the codes. Number 3, verification it is human-based checking of documents and file, while validation it is computer-based execution of program. Next, number 4, verification use method like inspection, review, walkthrough and desk checking and many more. But validation use method like black box, it means functional testing, then grey box testing and white box testing, that means structural. Next, number 5 is verification is to check whether the software conforms to specification, while validation is to check whether the software meets the customer expectation and requirements.
The next difference between verification and validation is number 6. Verification can catch errors that validation cannot catch because it is low-level exercise. The same thing goes to the validation. Validation can catch errors that verification cannot catch because it is high-level exercise. Difference number 7. The target for verification is requirement specification, application and software architecture, high-level, complete design and database design. Meanwhile, the target for validation is actual product, a unit, a module, a band of integrated modules, and effective final product. Number 8, verification is done by QA team to ensure that the software is as per the specification in the SRS document. Meanwhile, validation is carried out with the involvement of testing team. The last difference is verification generally comes first done before validation. Meanwhile, validation generally follows after verification. So that's all from us. Thank you.